Police say forensic personnel have started the process of DNA profiling as they investigate the gang rapes of 4 women at a funeral parlour over the weekend. Police have launched a manhunt for the perpetrators. Newzroom Afrika's Zikhona Tshona is standing by to tell us what more we know. Zikhona.
Well, Dudu, this is exactly where the incident took place. We are told by those who were here that the staff, 11 of them, 5 women as well as 6 men, were sitting here, some were cooking. This is where staff would usually come and sleep over in preparation of an early wake-up for an early funeral. For example, on Sunday, they had an early funeral that they had to come and sleep here for. So we're told that the intruders came in at around 9 o'clock in that evening. They came from this direction while the staff was sitting here. They then fired 2 gunshots that landed in the wall behind me. And thereafter, they assaulted all the males that were here and the women who were in rooms. They brought them out one by one, raping them in front of their colleagues at gunpoint. They then proceeded to rob them of all their valuables before going into the offices of the funeral parlour, and there they went off with the safe. We've just had a report from one of the social workers who's working with the victims, giving some horrific details of the kind of assault and the kind of attack that the victims were made to endure. There was a 47-year-old who's currently not able to walk as a result of everything that happened, given the way that she was attacked by the perpetrators. There was also a 29-year-old, we told by social workers, who told the perpetrators that she's pregnant and that is the only way that she was able to avoid being raped. Currently on the scene here at the funeral parlour, social workers are currently on site talking to staff. Even those that were not here at that time, everybody is just very traumatized. All the victims are currently receiving counseling from their homes with the help of the Social Development Department here in the province. Currently, as we speak, staff is in a meeting with the MEC of Social Development in the province. Everybody is just very shaken about what has happened. We also heard from one of the males, one of the staff members who was here on the day. He was wearing shades, unable to not shake as he was detailing exactly what transpired before his eyes, talking about how he had to watch his colleagues, his female colleagues being raped, and that them as men were heavily beaten up. We are told by those who were here that the men who came here to commit this crime were heavily armed. Police are have launched a manhunt for those 6 suspects in this matter, but it looks like it was very well planned. From the people that are here talking about it, they say it really looks very well orchestrated, because before they came here, they disabled the solar panels which is connected to the fence, the electric fence here, and that is how they were able to get away so smoothly without anyone interfering their path.
On that point that you are telling or detailing, Zikhona, of how well planned this is, I mean, at this point, while we appreciate that this only happened on Sunday night and investigations are ongoing, does this then suggest that this was an inside job, or somebody from within the funeral parlour could have possibly given them the details? How easy was it for them to enter that premises if they were only able to disconnect the fence as they were leaving?
They were actually able to disconnect the solar panel as they arrived through. They jumped over a wall, a neighboring wall, and one of them managed to jump over into this building, which is when they were able to disconnect the solar panels, which is where the electric fence is connected to. From now, it's very hard to speculate. It's very difficult to speculate in terms of the circumstances around the incident. But some of the staff that we've been able to speak to here off camera just say it just seems like it was well planned, given the fact fact that this is what would normally happen when staff have an early morning funeral. They would come here, and this is where they would sleep in preparation for them to wake up at around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, for example. And so it's to them, it appears as though it's someone that knows the activity around this building at the time. We know that they were held hostage from 9 p.m. on Saturday night into the early hours of Sunday morning. At around 2 a.m. they were only released. A neighboring funeral parlour was able to assist the victims in terms of getting to hospital. They say they waited for a very long time for emergency services to arrive at the scene. So fortunately, next door, there was someone who was able to transport everyone to hospital. Currently, as we speak, we've just heard a report from the funeral parlour itself that all the victims in this matter are now at home. They've been discharged from hospital, but everybody is very traumatized by what has happened. The staff are very shaken. No one actually wants to come near the space. As you understand, this is where everything happened.
Thank you very much for that update, Zikhona Tshona in Limpopo for us.